When a Stranger Calls Back was released in 1993. This is directed and written by Fred Walton, and we have a cast including Jill Schoelen, Carol Kane, and Charles Durning. And I recently watched Carol Kane in When a Stranger Calls, and this is a sequel to that film. And it's pretty good. I'd say the first film was maybe a little more interesting, but I preferred Carol Kane's character in this. She plays the same character, but several years later, so the character's obviously developed a lot, and I think the character is just a bit more interesting here. This one focuses on a character called Julia, and she has a terrifying encounter with an intruder, and then years later, it's still affecting her, so she works with Jill, Carol Kane's character, who is now a counsellor, to try and get some answers. And obviously, as we dig deeper into it, it gets a little bit darker. And in general, I'd say it's a good story. It had kind of a slow introduction. It took a little while to really get anywhere, but after that, I feel like the pacing does get better, and ultimately, I think the narrative was reasonably well handled. The characters are certainly likable, they're well written. It's very easy, in my opinion, to feel emotionally invested in Julia's journey. I cared for her, I wanted the best for her. That definitely helps. We have some really great camera work. We have a good use of sound. The lighting looks great. Visually, it's not a bad film at all. And I think the narrative works well. It flows well. The pacing, as I said, eventually, I'd say after maybe about half an hour, the pacing does get a lot better. I wouldn't say it's a scary film. It is a thriller. And I'd say it is quite thrilling. It is intense at times. There are some really strong moments, and I'm happy with the experience. As I said, I do think I prefer the first film. I think maybe the story for the first film was maybe a bit more appealing, but I like Carol Kane in this one a little bit more because I think her character by this point was a little bit more interesting. So it kind of balances out. If you've seen the first film, absolutely check this one out. You don't need to have seen the first film. Well, maybe I'd say watch the first film first, which sounds ridiculous to say, but with this one, I'd say watching them in order is probably the best experience. And ultimately, I'm generally happy with the experience. I think the film works well. The narrative's good. The characters are good. The thriller aspect is quite strong. And if it sounds like a film for you, then of course I'm happy to recommend it.